Single fathers. What's your proudest dad moment? Mine came wrapped in a mystery that nearly broke my heart. It was just me and my 7-year-old daughter, Lily. After her mom left, it felt like the world had shrunk to just our tiny apartment. Lily was my everything. She was this quiet, gentle soul with big, thoughtful eyes. She'd rather draw in her notebook for hours than play on the playground. And I loved that about her. I did. But a part of me, a deep, worried part, was afraid she was too gentle for this world. I worried people would walk all over her. Our days had a rhythm. I'd wake up early, make her breakfast, pancakes on Wednesdays, her favorite. Then I'd pack her lunch. I wasn't the best cook, but I was a master at lunch packing. I'd cut her sandwiches into star shapes. I'd draw a little cartoon on her napkin. And I'd always pack her favorite snack, a little bag of strawberry fruit gummies. It was our thing. Then the gummies started disappearing. At first, I thought I'd just forgotten to pack them. My mind was a mess back then, juggling work, bills, and just being a dad. So I'd apologize, and she'd just shrug and say, "It's okay, Daddy." She never made a fuss. But after it happened 3 days in a row, I knew I wasn't forgetting. I started leaving myself little notes. Pack the gummies. I'd put the little bag right on top of her sandwich. Impossible to miss. And still, when she came home and I'd ask about her day, she'd mention everything else. The book she read, the picture she drew. But when I'd ask about her snack, she'd get really quiet and just mumble, "I ate it." But I knew she was lying. I could always tell. Her eyes would dart to the side and she'd start fiddling with the hem of her shirt. My mind went to a dark place. Someone was taking her snack. Some bigger kid was bullying my sweet, quiet Lily, and she was too scared to tell me. My blood would boil just thinking about it. I pictured some mean-faced kid snatching her lunch bag and her just standing there, too timid to say anything. I felt this hot wave of failure wash over me. I was supposed to be her protector, and I couldn't even keep her fruit gummies safe. I tried talking to her. I sat her down on the couch, looked her right in the eyes, and said, "Lily, you can tell me anything. If someone is being mean to you, you have to tell me. Daddy will fix it." She just shook her head, her little pigtails flopping, and whispered, "Nobody's mean, Daddy." And then she'd just clam up. It was like talking to a brick wall. A very cute, very small brick wall. The next week, I decided to take action. I packed 2 bags of gummies in her lunch. I thought maybe if she has an extra, she can give one to the bully and still have one for herself. It was a stupid plan, I know, but I was desperate. That afternoon, I picked her up from school, and the first thing I asked was, "How were the gummies?" She looked at me, her face pale, and whispered, "I ate them." Both bags were gone. My heart just sank. This wasn't just a kid stealing a snack. This was systematic. This was a shakedown. My daughter was being extorted for her fruit gummies. That night, I couldn't sleep. I decided that was it. The next morning, I was going to march into that school, find that teacher, and I was going to demand answers. I was ready for a fight. And then, my phone rang. It was an unknown number. My stomach twisted into a knot. I answered. It was her teacher, Ms. Gable. Her voice was shaky. She said, "Mr. Henderson, can you please come down to the school? There's been an incident regarding Lily." That was it. My worst fears were coming true. The drive to the school was the longest 10 minutes of my life. I was rehearsing my speech, the angry but calm dad speech. I was ready to tear someone apart. I walked into the empty classroom, and there was Ms. Gable, looking like she was about to cry. She motioned for me to sit in one of those tiny little chairs. She took a deep breath and started. "Mr. Henderson, we've been trying to figure out a little mystery in our classroom. Some of the kids' snacks have been going missing." I just nodded, clenching my fists. "Here it comes. She's gonna tell me who the bully is." She continued. "We finally figured it out today. We found the snack thief." She paused and looked at me with these big, worried eyes. "Mr. Henderson, it's Lily." I swear the world stopped. My brain just short-circuited. Lily? My Lily? It made no sense. I must have looked completely confused because Ms. Gable hurried to explain. She told me that there was another little girl in the class, Sarah. Sarah's family was having a really hard time. Her mom had lost her job, and there wasn't a lot of money for extras. Sarah never had a snack during snack time. She'd just sit there and watch the other kids eat. And my Lily, my quiet, shy, gentle little Lily, she noticed. So every single day, she had been taking her fruit gummies, her absolute favorite snack in the world, and she'd been secretly giving them to Sarah so she wouldn't feel left out. The day I packed 2 bags, she gave both to Sarah. She never told me because she thought she'd be in trouble for giving her food away. She was afraid I'd be mad at her. The only reason Ms. Gable found out was because Sarah's mom had called the school, crying. She was so grateful. She wanted to thank the school for the wonderful snack program that had been helping her daughter.